Hey friends, welcome back to Crusty Cranks. Okay, today we're going to do a hot pink popper. Um, Usually when I go out to these events, I always have these girls want to come up to me and want to know if I have any pink lures. So this year when I head out to the Alexandria Fair, I'm going to have some pink lures. So I got a few other pink little swim baits and I got a pink crawl. But I thought I would do, because I need some more poppers, and I thought I would do a pretty cool, I think it's going to be pretty cool, but we'll play around with it, see what it comes out to be. But the colors I'm going to use, I'm going to do a big popper and a small popper. And the colors I'm going to use today is going to be fluorescent hot pink, and then I'm going to do iridescent fuchsia, and then I'm probably going to do my stencil in an iridescent violet. So I think those colors should all blend pretty nice together. So yeah, the hot pinks were really thin, so I'm probably gonna not put any reducer in that, but we'll see how everything goes. If it starts spraying funny, I'll put a little reducer in it, but let's get started. All right, like I said, I'm gonna flood this thing with pink. And this is pretty thin, so I'm probably going to do a couple coats. I got my pressure turned down pretty good because I don't want to wash it out, get a bunch of runs. I think I'm a little dry on the tip. I was spraying some already, some swim baits, some little lipless. I think my tip's dry, but let me wipe this tip off real quick. It's been sitting in my brush, so it's probably a little dried up. Maybe the whole thing. Okay. I'm definitely going to have to coat this a couple times, so I'll probably let it dry a little bit. And I'll come back and flood it. Flood it again. Not that much. That was a tough color to get thick. It took a few coats. I think because this stuff's so thin, if you spray it on too heavy, it wants to kind of model. But I think I got her. Looking pretty good. I want to get a really nice solid coat on there. I think I got it. So I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit, and I'm gonna clean out my brush, and I'll bring you back. Okay, next color we're going with is this iridescent fuchsia, and it's going to be really hard to probably see on camera. And I'm using my gallery because I just want to get a little bit of that on the top and blend it down the sides a little bit. Just to give it that little bit of iridescence color on the top. It's going to be really hard to probably see on camera, but it looks cool. Getting a little bit of a splatter effect too. I got it turned way down. See if you can see that on camera. Once we put the epoxy on, it'll probably really stand out. Trying to stay in the camera here. Let's get it around the eyes. Get that little splatter effect around the eyes. A little over. I think you can see that iridescence shift in that purples, kind of the purples and the pinks. It's almost giving it that shaded look, that shadowy iridescence. Alright, I think I'm going to stay with that. I don't want to overdo it. Come down just a little bit more on this shoulder right here inside. There you go. I think you might be able to see it from that angle. It looks pretty cool. Alright, clean this out and I'm going to get on to the next color. Okay, got my stencil cut out and on there, and we're going to do this iridescent violet, Createx Iridescent Violet. Now this stuff is really thin, so I got to spray real nice and easy. I don't want to drown my stencil to where it goes underneath, so I'm going to spray a little real low pressure. Probably should have put this in my gallery. This got the 2.0 needle in it. This stuff will probably spray real nice on that. Let me hit this one more time. I'm going to dry that one. I'll flip it over, put the stencil on other side, and I'll bring you back. Okay, got the other side on here. Give it one little more press down here just to make sure it's stuck. Good. One thing I probably could have done that would have made this just just a little easier to spray because it is so thin. And I didn't put no reducer in this. I probably could have put a little. Probably could have put a little 40-50 in it. Just a UVLS, just to thicken it up just a little bit. Sometimes if you get one that's really thin, you can put a little 40-50 in it just to thicken it up a little bit. Give it a little more body. Or you, like I said earlier, you can use it, spray it from a 2.0 needle. I see one little spot where I didn't weed out all the way from my stencil. Hold on one second, I'll bring you back. I'm gonna pick this out of here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. I'll bring you back and we'll peel it off. Okay, I think we're dry. Let's peel this off. Oh yeah, cool. That looks really cool. Hold on, let me get this and I'll show you both sides here. I like that. That's a cool. I'm gonna have to pick some cool eyes to go with that. Nice. Looking good, looking good. I think I'm gonna put some eyes on it and I'm gonna put a dress treble hook on it. So I don't know if I'll show you doing the hook. Probably not, but yeah, there's the hot pink popper. Hot popper. I like how it's got that little bit of texture on the top from the specks where I turned the pressure down and let it speckle a little bit. Looks really cool. All right, I'm gonna pick out some cool eyes. I don't know, I might go with the pink eyes, see how bright they look on there. But I'll bring you back, we'll put the eyes on it and put a dress treble hook on it. Okay, we're going with this. We're going with this pink and blue eye. It blends in really nice. I already put one on the other side just because I wanted to see what it looked like in case I wanted to take it off for the super glue setup. And it blends in real nice, and it's got some color in it. I like to put these at a slant sometimes. Just depends on the lure. But yeah, that looks cool. It kind of blends right in. think putting it at a slant kind of gives it a little bit of, looks like a little motion. Oh man, I was going to try this blue eye, but I decided to go with something that was a little more complimentary instead of, since there wasn't no blue on it. But yeah, I like that. That little shadow around the eye. Looks good. All right, I'm gonna dress up the treble hook. Like I said, I probably won't show you that. I'll probably just go ahead and do it. And go ahead and epoxy it. And I'll bring you back when we get her all finished up. Okay guys, here's the finished poppers. Looking pretty good. I thought I'd bring them outside here in the sun. Of course, it's a little overcast today, so it's kind of going in and out, but it still looks brighter out here than in the studio, so I thought you'd see it colors a little better. You can kind of see that iridescence on the shoulders of that hot pink. Looks pretty cool. I bet that's going to be some fire. Then I did the dressed hooks, used red hooks, dressed them myself with some pinks, a couple pink feathers and a white feather, and then some iridescent flash. So colors we used, Createx hot pink, then we came on top of it with the Createx Iridescent Fuchsia, and then the stripes we did in the Iridescent Violet. All right, so we'll wrap this video up and get ready to do the next one. Got a few coming for you, so stay tuned, and appreciate everybody. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. We're about to hit 4,000 subscribers. I'm excited. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Ring that notification bell so you get notified when we put up our next video. And always remember, stay crusty, my friends.